Dude, there's not going to be a sea of modern Geefs, dude. Modern Geefs aren't going to make it very far, dude. They're just not. Yeah. You can actually change modern to classic and reverse. You absolutely be able to do that. Look, what people have to realize is that modern controls is just CVS Groove or Alpha 3 Ism. That's all it is. It's nothing more than that. Right, it's a different version of the character. So you're just picking a groove or you're just picking an ism, and that's really the best way to think about it. I mean, it'd be like an old Samurai Showdown game, and you can pick between bust and slash. You know, it's just whatever. So yeah, it's just a different ism, because the other thing you always have to remember about modern controls is you lose a lot of buttons. You lose a lot of buttons. Cammy loses her crouching medium punch? You have no combo off of crouching heavy punch. You have no combo off of crouching heavy punch. How do you even play Cammy without a crouching medium kick? How? I mean, a crouching medium punch. How? Like, literally impossible. I don't even think that's possible. So yeah, let's talk about this just a little bit over here. Let's just talk about this. There we go. Street Fighter 6 Modern loses a lot of tools. Let's take a look at this here. I'm not sure what you mean by that, unholy chimichangas. Most people think Geef is weak. So are you saying people who think Zangief is good are bad at the game? Or are you saying people who think he's bad are bad at the game? Because I agree with you that people who think Zangief is good don't know how to fight grapplers. I already released the video that said that you suck at fighting grapplers. You suck at fighting grapplers. Remember, when you fight a grappler, it turns you into a zoner. Every time you fight a grappler, you become a zoner. That's just how it works. That's just how it works. Like some of these characters I don't know enough, but this is an excellent resource here that was put together by Castle09 on Twitter. That's KASTLE09, posted on July 8th, so 3 days ago. So if you do a search for Castle09 with a K, you can find this spreadsheet here. He put this together, and as you can see here, there's a lot of things that you lose. So Blanka, I mean, I don't know Blanka well enough to really say how much of this hurts, but I also do think losing light and heavy rainbow ball might be kind of a problem, honestly. But look at Cammy here. She loses standing light kick? Dude, Cammy she is unplayable in Modern. Cammy is literally unplayable in Modern. She loses standing light kick and she loses crouching medium punch. This character is literally unplayable in Modern controls. She is literally unplayable. Holy crap. Oh, she loses light and medium hooligan. That's kind of a problem too. Chun-Li loses standing medium kick, which is a great anti-air button. She loses standing heavy kick. Standing heavy kick is important because it's the farthest reaching button that combos into her stance attacks that you don't need a punish counter or anything. Standing fierce doesn't link into her stance moves. Only back heavy punch and standing heavy kick too. Losing standing heavy kick is actually kind of is painful for Chun-Li, to be honest with you. She loses her overhead in normal matches. She loses that little flip kicky move. I mean, that's a little gimmicky. She loses jump fierce. Yeah, that's what I mean. Her standing medium kick is a great anti-air. She only has medium kick Hazanshu. Dee Jay loses standing heavy punch. Like, isn't that like one of the Dee Jay, but isn't standing medium kick and standing heavy punch like the DJ buttons? Aren't like those the DJ buttons? That's brutal, dude. Oh, he just loses 2 of the super arts. Okay. Well, yes, you can, but the problem is, Gundam Jehudi Kai, is that, remember, the moves that are missing are literally the ones that you cannot do. Because Hazanshu is the same motion as going into the stance, right? So you can't do quarter circle back into something else because quarter circle back is taken by the stance, I think. And so you can't actually do these. Like, we'll see that with Ryu, because Hasogeki and Tatsu are both quarter circle backs, and Fireball and Donkey Kick are both quarter circle forwards. Literally one of those moves does not have the ability to do the motion with the button. So you are literally missing versions of those buttons. Dhalsim is losing standing light kick and standing medium kick. He loses crouching heavy kick. He doesn't have the heavy kick slide. He loses Yoga Mountain. That's just back and heavy kick. That's the knee. He loses Karma kick. He loses the Yoga Mummy too. Dang. Dude, he loses light and heavy Yoga Arch? Oof. Oh, dang. Okay. Honda loses standing light kick and standing medium kick. I mean, Honda might be one of the only characters that's not going to have a problem, because he's just like, whatever. Doskoi, Doskoi, Doskoi. Yeah, Honda seems like a great modern character. Yoga Arch is the up fireball. So he only has medium distance on up fireball. So you can't throw, like, for example, the EX heavy one to have it land behind you and bounce back at the opponent and stuff like that. Guile is a big one. Standing heavy punch, whatever, standing light kick. But what he loses, honestly, is this. This is the big one. Reverse spin kick. He loses the upside down kick, which is a great throw bait move. So I feel like losing this is pretty big. It's also great in neutral because this thing reaches hella far. So Guile losing this, he also loses the high kick, which removes some of his combos. He doesn't have an overhead anymore. So he definitely loses a substantial amount of stuff over here. Jamie loses standing light kick, crouching medium punch, and light kick and heavy kick breakdance. I don't know enough about Jamie to really say how this affects him that badly. How bad crouching medium punch. I mean, he does pseudo lose crouching light punch as well. He has access to it only in his auto combo, but in his chains, but he doesn't have access to it. So I don't know how badly this hurts him here. JP loses standing light kick. He loses crouching medium punch. He loses a medium and a heavy Stribog, which is the cane, right? He only has light cane at this point. That's kind of big too, right? Because heavy cane is super important for wall bouncing and stuff like that, right? Isn't heavy cane really useful for juggle combos? Like losing the heavy cane strike, I feel like is a big loss. But he seems most likely he can still play that. So the assist button, what the assist button does is all it does is it make it when you hold the button, it performs an auto combo for you. It just so happens that some of the auto combos start with moves that you do not have access to. So you can use it that way. You can use the move by using it as the first move of the auto combo without doing the rest of it. So the assist button isn't necessarily designed to cover missing moves. It's just designed to let you do combos, and for some characters, it lets you do that. They definitely list them that way. I'll double check with Zangief, because I think Zangief has some of those. Juri is missing standing medium kick. Okay, completely unplayable. Completely unplayable. don't even think I need to look at anything else. Juri is missing standing medium kick. That's it. Game over. I mean, maybe towards medium punch is pretty decent as a way to make up for it, but Jesus. Yeah, that's a brutal one. Ken is missing crouching light punch. That's huge. That is huge. So I've messed with Ken enough to know that this is how all of his combos work. Because his medium punch is 5 frames and his crouching light punch is +5. A lot of his combos lead into a situation where only his crouching light punch 4-frame button can connect, but it links into his standing medium punch. So a lot of combos he has, like the cool low fierce run stop off of drive rushes, has to link into low jab. No, not that one. It's a different situation. But like if you actually do Dragon Lash and hit a crouching character, I think you're +4, so you have to low jab into standing strong to keep the combo going. And so Ken loses a lot of combo situations. It loses a lot of combo situations. Losing that button is brutal. Like you would normally look at it and be like, oh, you lost crouching light punch. What? No, dude, that is massive for Ken. Kimberly loses standing light kick. That hurts her neutral. Dude, she loses crouching medium punch. Game over. Game over. This is her hit confirm button. Remember earlier on the stream when I said strong fierce is punishable on block. So with Kimberly, you use crouching medium punch as your hit confirm. You use crouching medium punch into stand medium punch as your hit confirm. If they block crouching medium punch, you can stop. If it hits, you go into strong fierce. That's her best hit confirm. You take away crouching medium punch, that hurts a lot. Losing jumping heavy punch, not super brutal, but it does lead to her safe jump mix-up in the corner. And so losing jumping heavy punch takes away one of your mix-up options in the corner. She has everything else, though. Again, a lot of the new characters can be designed more intelligently with modern controls in mind. Lily loses standing medium kick and standing heavy kick. She loses her overhead, which would help me, because I do her overhead by accident all the time. I don't know why. Whenever I did T-Hawk's crouching fierce chop, I always did it at down forward, and so I keep doing the same thing with Lily. It's also because I want to, well, go into wind. That's what it is. And so every time I cancel a crouching move into wind, into quarter circle back, I always go to down forward. But Lily doesn't seem, I mean, I don't know. Lily players would have to tell me how bad losing standing medium kick and standing heavy kick are. I don't know if this is brutal, but seems like Lily can be played more with modern controls than some of the other characters. She doesn't seem like she's losing as much. Let's see. Luke is losing standing. Luke loses standing medium kick. Wow. He loses standing medium kick. That's another great poke to have. He loses back heavy kick, which is one of his strongest combo options. I mean, you've seen what he can do, like back heavy kick, punish counter, drive rush, back heavy kick. Like this is where he gets a lot of his big damage from on good confirms. But otherwise, he's got most of his stuff. I think Luke is also another good modern character, but I think he's also designed to be a good modern character, right? Like, I think they probably would have gone out of their way to make sure Luke played well as a modern character. Manon loses standing heavy kick? The broken button of footsies? Like, Manon already has enough trouble in footsies as it is. Losing standing heavy kick, I mean, Manon players, correct me if I'm wrong, this is ginormous, right? Because that's the button that's super hard to whiff punish, reaches super far, and is really, really safe, right? Like, because of the range that it has. And she loses crouching medium punch as well. Yeah, I don't know about this. And she even loses medium and heavy renversé. Renversé. I don't know if that's actually bad, but like, I feel like you do need these, right? Don't you need these? I don't know, but oof. Yeah, I don't know if Manon is playable at this point. I don't know enough about Marisa to really be able to say, but I think Marisa's crouching medium kick is really useful in footsies, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how useful her standing light kick is. Losing jumping medium kick, that's her cross-up, isn't it? Like, isn't that like how she gets her safe jump? You do the light punch phalanx into jumping medium kick, and whether they get up in place or back roll, the jumping medium kick safe jumps them. So I think losing jumping medium kick is actually pretty big for Marisa as well. Oh, she learns the double poundy punch. Why would she? Oh, she probably just loses the first hit of double poundy punch. Okay. But that also sets up stuff for her as well, right? If I'm not mistaken. Dude, she just loses the lunging kick? She doesn't even get a single version of the lunging kick? That's what quadriga is, right? Quadriga is the lunging kick, if I'm not mistaken. Quarter circle forward with kick. So she just completely loses a move. She just loses a special move. Oh. Rashid. Empty. But hey, I appreciate that you put it in here first already. I appreciate that. Ryu loses standing medium kick. That's a pretty decent poke as well. But he's another character that I feel like that they would try their best to make him work with modern controls. So standing medium kick and standing heavy kick, losing those buttons, probably a problem. He loses back heavy punch. But not having access to light or heavy tatsus. And light and heavy donkey kick. Light donkey kick is really kind of important, isn't it? Isn't it just kind of like it's a good combo ender, right? It combos in certain situations that none of the donkey kicks can combo into without EX, if I'm not mistaken. So far, Anime Jane, it seems like Lily is the best to play as modern. And Zangief here, yeah, so see here he lists it. So he has auto light attack for a standing light kick, because you can actually access his standing light kick with the auto combo, basically. So it's actually listed here. So, but losing standing medium kick, but losing crouching medium kick, I think is the most brutal thing for Zangief. By the way, I don't see modern, like, I know it's because I have 30 plus years of playing classic Street Fighter, but I sat down and tried to do modern Zangief combos. I couldn't do his combos, dude. I swear it felt like I was speaking another language. It was terrifying. I was just like, what is happening? Like, I couldn't do anything. I'm sure if I got muscle memory in place, I could do it, but holy crap. Modern controls almost felt more complex to me because now I had to think about button combinations to get access to certain things like EXs and stuff, and I was like, what's happening? I felt like, you know, like the guy who drank the wrong grail, right? What is happening? And then I just turned to dust, man. Yeah, exactly. I'm old using modern controls. He loses power stomps. Oh no. I think, yeah, out of everybody, Lily seems like the strongest in modern controls. Like, she might lose the least. So I really feel like Lily and Zangief were kind of balanced around modern controls. I mean, Zangief certainly loses that crouching medium kick, which I think is super important. But at the same time, he still has crouching heavy kick, which is pretty decent. So, but yeah, this is my point. Is like, if you think that modern is broken, study this chart. Again, I've retweeted it, but go to the source at KASTLE09. I'll type this into the chat so you guys can see it on screen over here. So you guys can see it over here. but go to @Castle09 on Twitter. This is his Twitter account right here. And on June 8th is his tweet for this spreadsheet. So you can get access to this spreadsheet and then basically hold on to it. Study what the characters lose, right? Like, study what the characters lose, because once you do that, you realize the things that you no longer have to be afraid of, and you realize things that they're missing, right? Like, let's say you fight a modern Dee Jay and you're dancing around his standing medium kick range because you're scared of standing medium kick because you didn't study the fact that he loses standing medium kick. Like, these are the things that you have to understand, that you have to study to know how to fight modern control characters. So that's really, really important to know. If you don't know that Guile doesn't have his upside down kick, you're going to be scared at the range where he can upside down kick you even though he doesn't have access to the move, right? So again, think of modern controls as an ism. Think of modern controls as a groove, as a CVS2 groove. That's how you have to look at it. And so that way, if you look at it that way, you are not going to be as, you're not going to be like, God, modern controls are cheap. They shouldn't be able to do the things that, like, it's honestly, it's not, I haven't seen it be a problem yet. I haven't seen it be a problem. And seriously, I feel like some characters are unplayable. Like, I don't even know how Cammy can be played without light kick and without medium punch, crouching medium punch. I don't know. Like, I would feel completely hamstrung with a lot of my combos that I want to do, Oh, man. That's what I should have said in my commentary. If you choose the wrong control type, you may just lose. Oh, man. But, my head will be modern control. Yeah, I don't know. Right? How interesting is that going to be? Is Ed going to come out with motion controls? And classic Ed is just modern controls? Like, that would be really fascinating because they don't have button tap moves anymore. I don't think Psycho Flicker is going to be a button mash move anymore. It might just be quarter circle back, to be honest with you. And then in modern controls, it's just going to be like Honda and everybody. It's just going to be a normal button press. There's a lot of potential that Ed could be very different. So it's going to be interesting to see how he works. It'll be weird to have Ed with classic controls. Do I feel the modern control damage nerf is necessary? For now, yes. For now, yes, because it's a safety net. It is a safety net right now, and I think it was smarter for them to put that safety net to potentially make Modern 2 weak than to have it come out the gate at full strength. Also, yes, like I would actually, so the other reason why it's important is because of the ability to EX react to things and special move and super react to things. Remember, the 80% damage nerf does not apply to normals. Does not apply to normals, only applies to special moves, okay, and supers. So the normals don't change, and I think they did it just because if you have something like Cammy's EX Spin Knuckle, you can react to a fireball just by walking back and forth and going yoink, and then do EX Spin Knuckle, and I think that's why they have the nerf. Walk up 720s, exact, et cetera, et cetera. So I think it is important that they put that damage nerf in there, honestly. So if you manually do the inputs, it's not reduced, right? Yes, that is correct, J-Dog. So they're trying to punish you for the ability to react instantly. That's what they're basically doing with the modern control special moves. And I think that's the right way to start. Maybe they'll find out in the future it really doesn't matter. But, for now, I think it's a safer way to do it. In the end of a combo, the super damage reductions are reasonable. But then that's fine because the super isn't necessarily the super and modern controls in a combo. Modern controls give you no advantage in that. Unless you just can't do quarter circle forward, and it's just physically difficult to do. Anyone who's natural at classic controls will be able to use supers in a combo no matter what. The same way you can use supers with modern, right? It's not going to make a difference for them. And again, we don't want to ban modern because, I had somebody in my Shoryuken scrimmage who won the tournament and was using modern controls. And he's like, I have arthritis in my wrist. He's like, I couldn't play fighting games anymore until modern controls. He was like, that has let me play fighting games again. And it's like you read that and you're like, why would you want to ban modern controls, man? Come on. I watch my friends play against each other. One uses modern, the other uses classic. And they're at the same level of player, but one uses auto combo for every punish. And the classic is not as optimal because he's basically new. It's kind of frustrating to watch, honestly. Yeah, but again, when you're watching new players, don't think of it as frustrating because they're not optimal. That's how we all started. It's how it all goes. Just, encourage them, help them. And if they don't want to learn, don't worry about it. Like if you're like, dude, you can do a better combo. And they're like, shut up. I'm just trying to have fun. Dude, let them have fun. It doesn't have to be all sweaty, right? Like, honestly, if we're all playing basketball on a court, if some guy doesn't have the proper shooting form, just let them play. And who knows, maybe they become Sean Marion. You never know, right? Honestly, fighting games are supposed to be fun. So, in any case, I think modern, I just don't see any reason for it to be considered too strong for a lot of the reasons that we just went over there. So,